Guys, and welcome. Happy Sunday to all. And today we are EBP Man
Nilda.
and we're here today to talk about tech reviews. For those of you who are joining us for the very first time, every Sunday we cover tech reviews and news. And this happens to be a very news light week. So we're going to just be focusing on tech reviews. And we cover the tech reviews of the week, and we cover maybe some things that are going to be coming up soon. And this week we're going to talk about Samsung.
Samsung.
There's a lot of
Samsung products here.
There's a lot of Samsung products that we have that we're going to be sharing with you. And we're going to talk about also some of the products that we reviewed on the channel. We did review a brand new e-bike that was under embargo. We do have some really new stuff that we can't talk about. So we can keep on getting some really cool stuff that we want to share with you in the next couple of weeks, especially when it comes to the lines of projectors. We have a lot of projectors that are coming. We have 3 projectors, all 3 of them under embargo, that are absolutely amazing projectors. That's like, have you ever, well, let me ask you this.
I feel like I'm cheating.
You think that you're cheating? Why do you think you're cheating?
Because Hisense was always my favorite. So the new one that just came in, I think
You're converting? You think in love with it?
Yeah.
I think though, when we think about projectors, I think we're going to be getting a couple of new ones from Hisense. I think we are. They're going to be coming in, and when those come in, I think that they'll win you back. But yeah, so think about it this way, guys.
Does it come with a diamond ring?
A diamond ring. Think about it this way, and I'll ask you this: do the projectors that we have kind of make you want to watch movies all over again, especially the ones you've seen before?
Yes. The colors, just so vibrant. It's like, all right, let's watch it all over again.
So that's
1,000 times.
So that's a cool thing, right? So the cool thing is, if you've ever bought a TV, or if you've ever, or in this case, a projector that we're referring to, and it's so good that you want to see movies you saw over because the quality is so great.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about. So I've been, while editing and doing things, I kind of been watching, and don't judge me.
Why would anybody judge it? I love the movie.
So you know which one I'm talking about. Yes. But I think a lot of people will judge us on this stuff.
We loved it.
So one of the movies that I've watched, well, first of all, the Avatar series, I always watch that, especially when I get a new projector, just because I think that this cinematography is just amazing. And there's something about blue people. There's something about blue people.
I know, right? Not
the cameo. And I'm just a scound. I'm saying it wrong. I'm a scound. Which is an idiot. So we watched that, and then John Carter.
Yes. Right?
They gave it bad reviews, but
we loved it.
But we loved it, and I was watching it again today, just because the quality is so good. So we're going to be talking a lot about projectors, but we're really going to be focusing on today.
We also have been watching a series that it's like really, the colors are really great.
Really good. What is it?
Metal something.
Twisted Metal. If you guys have seen that series, it's on Peacock, and it is a great. So it's basically going. I'm not going to say it's a great show. It has great color. It is basically a remix or an adaptation of I think it was a PlayStation game.
Yes.
The Twisted Metal. I remember playing it, and I think they have multiple generations of it. If any of you recall what gaming console the Twisted Metal game was on, let us know in the comment area. We'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't seen the show, we would recommend you check it out. It's not bad. It's like 30 minutes. Right before this show, I just had to watch one more episode, and it's on Peacock. But we're going to talk about the Samsung phones. Now, yes. You have been playing with which one?
The Flip.
Okay. Do you want to show off the Flip? I'll show the original, and then you show off the new one.
Oh, this is the new Flip.
Yep. And it still has some plastic on it because we're reviewing cases. We're reviewing some cases. Yeah. And if you push the button on the side, it should light up for a second so that folks can see that piece. So this is what we're talking about. It has a huge screen in front of it. And I would say of all of the phones that Samsung has launched, even though I'm a Galaxy Fold guy, I really like the Flip. I think that the changes that they made with the Flip, that front-facing screen is pretty nice. There's one other phone that did something very similar, which is Razer. Razer has a really nice, a real nice large phone, but I really like the Samsung ecosystem. I don't think that I just don't think that some of the other companies have really done a nice job when it comes to the ecosystem. So I want you to show the front of it. Turn that on again so that, there you go. I kind of like Batman as my alter ego. So you can see the screen is a flat screen, and I have the older version, well, the version before that. And if we take a look at, this is the one before it, and it's still a great phone, but the screen is a little bit small. So we put them side by side. You can see the difference in the screen right there. So big difference in the screen. If I power this one up, you'll see it has a tiny little, I hope it didn't die out on me. Let's see. Oh, it has it right there. Look at the whittle time. Look at yours. What a big difference. But for the most part, the phones are around the same size when it comes to the screen. One thing that they did do, which is they improved the overall, I would say, the dent or the crease. You see that crease? You see how reflective that is right there, how it comes up? Now I'm going to have Nilda, why don't you bring that one in right next to it so we can see it? So it looks kind of like almost the same, but it really isn't when you feel it. So just because of the way the light is catching it, if you're
definitely going to see something.
Yeah, you're going to see it. But when you touch it, it is much less pronounced.
Oh yeah, this one is more.
Right? So so this one is a lot deeper. So the new hinges that they've done has done a really nice job. So this is definitely, if you're looking for a phone and you're looking to upgrade your phone, we have friends that have gone from the S23 Ultras, because we have those, and let me pull mine out. So this is my S23. Nilda has an S23 Ultra. And if we were to open up the Flip, why don't you open up the new Flip and we'll compare it side by side, this one. All right, so we're going to put them side by side or on top of each other so you can see the difference. This is what they are from a size perspective. Let's see if I can do that. Right, so they're almost the same size.
And yours has a case on it too.
And mine has a case on it. And the cool thing is, again, is that this is how big the phone is, but then what you're able to do is go whap and close it. And what were your observations? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your observations about the phone?
That I can put it inside my
That was not the main part of the observation. Okay. Yeah, it's a concealed and carry phone.
Yeah.
Right? So she can conceal it really quick. All right. I can't do that, but all right, you can.
So, I love the way that it feels on my hand. Okay. I've always said, because, I have small hands, and just, maneuvering around, playing around with it, because I was, playing with it earlier. It just has a great screen. I was reading about Vanna White.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's got some cool features to it. I'm debating if I'm gonna, flip to the dark side or whatever.
Or flip to the light side.
To the light side.
Yeah. So so you were also talking about holding it in your hand. You were comparing something about the difference between your S23.
Because I was saying that if you have it folded like this, and you're like literally holding it, it doesn't look like a phone.
Yeah.
Now, if I grab my phone, which I can't fold or do anything, you're holding a phone versus holding this in your hand. Doesn't look like you're holding onto a phone. So it's very compact.
Yeah. Great for jeans, great for purse, great for, guys.
This actually fits better in a lot of those purses, especially if you have those clutch.
A clutch purse.
Yeah. I struggle putting my phone in my clutch purses.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the case that this one has on right now. So let's talk about the case for a second. This is the official Samsung case, and this is a leather case. So I'm just going to turn it around so you guys can see it. This is what came, or it didn't come with it, but we had like a $50 gift promo, and I used it towards the case. By the way, we included links. You can still get great upgrade deals on the Flip and the Fold 5. So check out the links that I put in the comment area, and it's also in the notes as well. So this is really nice. This is a great protective case, and it's kind of stylish too because of, again, it being leather. Now you do have another one there, and you said that it was like it made it so much bigger. Do you want to show the other case that you have? And who's that from? Is that from Unicorn Beetle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Subcase.
So yes. Subcase, Unicorn Beetle sends us their products. They're a great supporter of the channel. Thank you guys for sending us products. And this is for those of you who like to wear things on your hip. So if you're a construction worker or any kind of worker that you're out and about, these are great. I used to be really big into the clips.
Oh God, yeah.
Remember when you met me, it was like I just had them all the time. I'm not so much a fan of them anymore, but they're great for those of you who are really into this. And I'm going to go ahead and separate it for a second just so they can see this case. So this is a really durable case. And I just want to, first of all, I just want to show you the holster. So this holster is a serious holster. Look how serious that thing is. No joke. This is a no joke holster, right? And you then have a little clip here. You can see what this clip looks like, right? And it has something that's really important. You see that little notch right there, that little hook? That makes sure that it won't fall off. If it pushes up, it kind of catches on your belt. So that's really nice. And in the inside, it has this little protective material. And then here we have the actual case. And the case, this is what it's going to look like. It has some plastic on it. We're going to be doing a full review on this case. That's why it still has the plastic on it. But it has on the back, it has a kickstand. I'm going to open this up for a little bit. So you can see that it has that kickstand right there. Right. So this is a great case, great product. Again, solid upgrade. And the actual, we talked about this in the last podcast, the trade-in value they're giving you for the previous generation is really good. I think this one came out with the trade-in of the previous one for $90. Yeah. That's the kind of deal that you can get. So if you're considering it.
You want to answer a question?
Yeah, somebody? Go ahead.
Not a nice one, though. There we go. I want to know why you added me on.
Solo.
He's still solo.
I'm still solo.
He's still solo.
Hey, Phil. So Nelda does a lot of the work in the background.
Yes.
So she deals with the brands. She actually, on all the trade shows when we go out, she's there, and she is my +1 everywhere. Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. So she's my +1, oh. And she brings in I would say another perspective to our reviews. So great little product here. So highly recommend this one. Now the other product, and this is where I lean towards, is going to be the folds. So the folds there's a couple folds, and I do have a case on this one. So this is the fold, and this is the new one, Fold 5. And it has this is the case that comes with the S Pen in the back. And if I were to compare it, and I'm going to take off the case so that you can see what these look like. The same kind of improvements have taken place with both products because both of them have improved hinges. And I use my Fold, and you saw me using also the Google Fold. And I'm still have mixed feelings about the two, like which one is going to be like my go-to phone, my go-to Fold. But what I'll say is this: I've been doing some video editing on the Fold because I do some video editing on it for shorts. And this thing is so much faster. This has improved. The new chipset, I didn't really think that it was going to be that fast, but that Insta360 video that I showed you,
yeah,
it took seconds. It was
really?
it was like super duper fast. I was so impressed on how quick this worked. But here is what the back of the 5 looks like, and then this is what the 4 looks like side by side.
Not that much difference.
There's not a lot of difference. Now there is a big difference when it comes to the actual thickness and the hinge. So take a look at that hinge. So notice how this one right here is the hinge for the 5, and this is the hinge for the 4. So the 4 is almost a little bit thicker than my finger, and this one is thinner than my finger. So there is a difference, and I really didn't realize that because everybody's focused on the gap. I feel like I'm in London. Mind the gap. So people were concerned about this little gap that you see here, and let's just do it so it's off focus right here. So this gap that you see right here, everybody's like, oh my God, the gap's gone, the gap's gone. But what I found interesting is that the gap is gone, but also the hinge is thinner. And that makes it a lot easier to hold in your hand, right? So that's the one thing I would say. The other thing I would say about this is that the screen is the same, these are dimensions in the front. And then also the inside, and we'll go ahead and power these both up so you guys can see them. Let me go ahead and lock them. So you can see I've kind of like copied all my information over. You really can't tell when you're looking from screen to screen. And I'm checking this out. The one thing I will say that is different about these is going to be, again, the processor. Processor, I find that there's a lift for the stuff that I do. And take a look at that. Right? You really can't tell, right?
No, you can't.
Yeah. So I have a 1 terabyte version on this because I do a lot of video editing and I do like kind of the YouTube stuff on here. And then I just find that it's faster, right? I just find that it's faster. And I do find that the same thing is true. So no, I'll let you do the kind of like the test here. Take a look at, see if you feel that there's a difference also in the crease between these two. Just, go over on them.
Feel the crease dip deep in this one.
Right. So I'll put this in an angle right here. And once you grab that one up, I'm going to put it in an angle. So this is the 5, and then that's the 4. And then
I don't know if it's coming out.
Let's go. Yeah, let's have it. Yeah, there it is. There's a crease. And the crease is there, but the crease on Milda's is kind of wider and deeper than it is on this one. So anyways, those are some of the big differences. It's more, it's refined. There's small refinements. This is a trade-in, so this will be going back to Samsung, and then I'll be keeping the new one. And I'm probably going to be using this one a lot too, because I do like the Fold a lot. What I've noticed is that if I'm going somewhere and I need to have a second phone because I just want to do some tablet stuff, that I have been taking the actual Google Fold because of it's thinner.
Someone just asking about the Google Fold.
Yeah. How do you like the Fold? It's taking the best photos, and I'm getting a day and a half running Android 14 beta. I have my Z Fold 3 now for 2 years, and it's now on the shelf. I'm conflicted. Hold on. I am. I really, really am conflicted because I've been using this just like you. So I have Android 14. And battery life has been great, right? Especially now with Android 14. The cameras are fantastic. The camera quality is fantastic. And I just like how thin this is. Let's compare it. Let's go ahead to this one. And maybe they're the same. I think it has to do with the aspect ratio. I think they're almost the same, right?
Yeah, almost
the same. I just think one is taller, one is shorter, and one does have a case, right? That's true. But what I like about this one, and let me go ahead and unlock it. What I like is that screen. What do you think about this screen? This screen is awesome. So I do find that I use this one, the outside screen, more than I do on the Fold.
I can't remember what we had dinner with some friends the other day. What were they saying about when you were showing them the Google phone?
They really liked it. Everyone who sees the Google Fold really, really likes it. The biggest challenge with Google is, I think, advertising. I don't think that there's known as Samsung is. And Samsung has been really killing it with the ads. I think that they've been doing a really, really good job with the ads. So, but I really do like the Fold.
It's got big hands.
Yeah, you love it having big hands. Hey, more power to you. So yeah, but if you have the Fold, and if I had to choose between two, right? So we're kind of special because we actually have both of them. And if I were choosing which one would I go with, and I'm not tied to a Samsung ecosystem, I think the Fold is a great phone, especially with the battery life. Now, there's some things that I just don't like about the Fold, and it's more about the software, but I think Google's going to address it really quick. A lot of the apps that I have, and I'd love your comment on this as well, a lot of the apps that I have right now don't really take advantage of the Fold, the Google Fold screen. Samsung has really tweaked the Google software, and every app that I have, and they actually have a setting, and this is something that Samsung has done a really good job with. They have a setting where you can make sure that the app, if it does not support like the full aspect ratio, it automatically does it. Like they have this little control that you can enable. So Instagram, the new Twitter, Threads, some of the applications that I look for movie viewing, all of them are full screen. And what I find with the Pixel, it's kind of like just the narrow, the narrow one. And you saw that.
I've seen that.
So that's annoying. So I'm hoping that they're going to address that. So that's
you think they will?
I would say, yeah, I think they will. I think they're going to get there. And I've been reviewing this case. I'm going to be posting this case review very soon. This is a MagSafe case for this. And what I love about this is that I can open this up and use this as a giant GPS screen. And it basically is magnetically connected in our car, and it's charging. So that's pretty cool. So going back to the Fold, right? I do really like the new Fold compared to the previous one. I think it's incremental, and I think that the overall experience is a good experience. If you're going to do an upgrade, I think it's worth doing an upgrade. If you're comparing between the Fold and the Fold from Google and this, they're priced very similarly. I do think that Samsung is killing it when it comes to rebates, or not rebates, the actual trade-in values. They're really doing really well. They're being very competitive. So that's one thing. Now with this one, we also have lots of cases. So why don't you pull the cases out? Let's talk about those cases.
To do 2 at a time.
Yeah, there are a lot of cases here. So the cases that we're going to look at, and this is another great supporter of the channel. There's two brands here. I think it's Tush, Tucch.
Tush.
See that right there? There you go. Right. So this is one of the cases. And then we have Shield On. And Shield On also does, and here's some of the Shield On cases. All right. So this is the other case. So the cool thing about these cases is that these are wallet cases, and the wallet cases have inside, they have the polycarbonate case, right? And they have a RFID blocking wallet here, and they also have a cash slot, right? Or, slot for more stuff. On the back, they have a little slot here for your S Pen. And I'm going to go ahead and put the new fold into this case, and watch how easy this is. And now you have your wallet. So this is, I know I have a lot of friends, cousins that swear by these things. It becomes almost a purse.
Hey, your cousin took a few of them last time.
Yeah, she came over. She's like, ooh, it's good to be my cousin.
Yes, good to be related to you.
As soon as you come over and you say, hey, what kind of cases do you have? I try to only ask them to take one, but
they can't help themselves.
Sometimes you love them one more than the other, and they end up taking more than one. I'm referring to cousins, not cases. so that's it.
Hopefully Naomi's watching this one.
Yeah. So here we have basically, this is a great option, and they do have it in multiple colors, right? So this is kind of like a forest green. This is a red, and then we have the blue, right? So for those of you who are blue, right? And by the way, these are laser engravable. These engrave really nicely. So if you want to give it a design on the outside, you can do that. And then you saw that I had the black one right here.
That's a cool one.
Just got back from Florida 4 hours ago. A pilot flying back wanted to see my Google Pixel Fold on the plane.
That is so cool.
That is very cool. Thanks for sharing that.
That's
so cool. Sharing. You know what I find is that a lot of people don't know that the Pixel Fold exists. A lot of people don't.
You're right. It comes down to the marketing.
A lot of people don't. When people say I've had people come, is that the new Samsung one? And I go, no, this is the Google one. And they're like, Google really has a Fold? And I go, yeah, it does. And the other thing about it is, what I've noticed too is, I've been hit up with a lot of companies when it comes to cases for the Samsung. I haven't been receiving much when it comes to Google
Pixel.
So I have Spec has some cases, but for example, UAG, I haven't seen anything from them.
I haven't. From iBlazon?
Not iBlazon. I haven't received anything from them. I haven't received. There's just a lot of manufacturers. I'm not seeing any cases. So, anyways, we have wallet cases, and now we have the rugged cases. I'm going to put this aside. Do you want to let's take a look at the rugged cases?
Oh, here. This is from iBlazon.
Oh, that last one was nice, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah. You're talking about.
Oh, Bad 65 Dad. You got it for $900 on AT&T no trade-in. That is good. That's a deal.
That's a really good deal.
That is a really good deal. But see, this goes back to my point. I got hit up by Samsung with all of the deals that were coming up. And keep in mind, we work with Google as well, Team Pixel. But I didn't get anything from them saying which carriers they had some deals with. So we get the phones, they give us early viewing, they set up special training so that we know how the phones work. But I'm not getting, again, we're not getting a lot of information when it comes to these. Deal. That is a really, really good deal.
So here goes the iBlazon one.
Okay, so let's take a look at the iBlazon case. And iBlazon does a really, really nice job. This is a really sharp case, right? So take a look at that one right there. This is for the Fold, right? And this one right here is polycarbonate case, has also a little S Pen slot right there where you can hide it. And it has a kickstand. Now, keep in mind, when you use these cases, this is a bulky case, right? But we've talked about Butterfingers.
I don't know who you're referring to.
I'm not referring to anybody.
But which is the one that your cousin used? And
oh yeah, so it was a Subcase Unicorn Beetle case.
Was it?
It was.
And it survived.
It survived. It survived. I have a cousin who through his phone, right? Got pretty mad through his phone. It broke his windshield. It broke his rear side mirror, and the case was intact. The case and the phone was intact, and it was a sub case. So this is how good these things are. So great cases, and this one has a little protective screen cover. Now, I'm not a fan of these things.
Nah.
I wish I can take it off. Maybe you can. I think you could probably peel it off.
We're gonna test it out to see, the typing and.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of them. All right, so let's put this one away. Okay. Now, this one, you know what? This next one, this is iBlazon, another great supporter of the channel. Right, iBlazon.
No, that's the one we just saw. This one.
So that was iBlazon. This
one, yeah.
Okay, so this one was the iBlazon case. So this is the unicorn beetle case.
That's
all right,
my mistake. Your cousin. Sorry, I got it confused.
So all right, so this is again. Didn't look at the name. Yeah, so this is the iBlazon. Sorry guys, iBlazon. And now we're gonna look at the unicorn beetle one. Both of them are great cases, but I like this color. I'm like, my favorite color is black. Can anybody figure that out? Have you guys noticed? Almost every single video that I do is with a black t-shirt, and I'm known.
He has like 30 of these.
I just go to one drawer and I have all of them there. So, but I like this. Look at that color.
It's unique. It's unique.
I really, really like this. I said, you know what? I would use this. Getting out of my comfort zone was going with what I have on my on this guy right here. Like, this is pushing my comfort, like red and black. But I really like, again, UAG. UAG does those fantastic cases. So, but this one, I'm digging it. I really like that sand color. It's kind of like a sand, like military sand color. And then it has again the little door for the pen right there. And then what I really like about it, it has a little push thing area right here. So like if you have the S Pen in there, you push your finger through here and the S Pen will pop out. So that's really nice. This one does have a kickstand, very similar to the previous one that we saw in design, right? And this one does also have the front shield, right? All of these cases, and even the ones that I've seen for the Pixel Fold, have a little glue thing here, right? This little glue thing here that basically you take it off and this is how you stick it on there. So that's another case. You can't go wrong with either one of these manufacturers. We've been getting cases from them forever, and they're just absolutely super durable. They're going to last. You're not going to have any problems with these. So, and you, I think your favorite is either iBlazon or Poetic, because you like the cases that have kind of like the swirl with the different colors.
Yes. This one's not iBlazon.
This one, I forget which one this one is. It doesn't have a brand on it anymore. But you went with something clear because
I used to use iBlazon all the time.
Yeah, because you wanted clear. She has this one that has the magnet on the back for charging. So that was something that was really nice. So so far we're going to have some tips and tricks videos coming with the Fold. First things that you should do with the Fold. Another product that we got in, and I'm going to take it off because I'm wearing it, is this guy right here. This is the Samsung Watch 5, and this is the Classic. I am digging this. I have the previous generation, and for whatever reason, this one is, they weigh the same. Literally before the podcast, Nilda and I went downstairs.
Yeah, we weighed them.
And we weighed them because I told her they feel like they weigh a little bit different. And we put them on the scale and they weigh the same. But I don't know, it's the weight distribution. There's something different about it. But why don't you grab both of these and hold these, raise them up so that folks can see it, and then tell me which one do you think weighs more or less, or do you think they weigh the same? Or is it just a mind trick?
Oh my God, this one actually weighs a little bit more. Is it the band?
No. They weigh exactly the same.
I know they weigh the same, but why does this one feel heavier?
I don't know. It's kind of mind games.
Ooh.
It's a mind game. I'm just telling you.
It has to be, because we weighed it. It was the same, but we weighed it without the band.
No, I weighed it with the band.
Oh, you did too on that one?
2.7 ounces.
There we go.
All right, 2.7, I think is what they both weighed.
That is so weird.
They were the same. I was like, what is going on here? It's like, it's a mind game. So what I like about the new one, so this is my old one. And an old being, this is the Galaxy Watch 4. Oh, actually, Galaxy Watch 5. It has no rotating bezel, and I'm a bezel fan, so nothing here happens, right? But it has a digital bezel, so the inside rotates, right? And this is what it would look like, right? It is a little bit thicker, right? And I don't know why that's the case. You know, probably battery technology and things got a little bit thinner, right? And has a great band. And then over here you have this guy. And I do like the watch face. That's a standard Samsung watch face, and we'll bring that up so you guys can see that. How cool!
I thought you did that one.
How cool does that look? No, I didn't make this guy. It's a sharp. I put the complications. So when you look at the things, those little dials, those extra dials that you see there, those are complications. Is how they reference them. I added those. So there you have battery life, you have heart rate, and I also have Google Connected. So this has been. I've been getting a little bit over a day of usage. It's still computing, kind of starting to get used to my usage so I can get what the battery is going to be like. But the one thing I'll say about this is that Samsung came out with some new bands, and I actually took it off because to me, they're defective. So the Samsung new bands have a little button right here, right? A little button that when you press it, the bands come off. These, and I'm going to bring this a little bit closer, have a little button there. You see that little button right there by my nail? So it's this guy right here. That little thing right there, you have to put your nail in there and you push it to take it off. Well, the new Samsung ones have a button right in the middle. I was walking in downtown Chicago and my watch came off twice.
What?
Yeah, twice. Freaked me out because you know how I am about scratches. I just like I'm like so against my phone, you know, hitting the ground or anything like that. So literally the watch came off twice in one day.
Oh,
and I started checking out in Reddit. And more people are saying the same thing, that their watches are coming off. And what's happening is that little button that's right there seems to be not recessed enough. And I think what's happening, let me see if you guys can see that. You see that little guy right there?
It's called a bone.
I know it's a bone. I don't know how many of you have a pronounced bone like I do. You have one. Everybody has that. I thought maybe I was kind of special. But you see that? I think that is pushing the button.
No way.
You know what? I think that's what's causing it, because the only thing I can think of is that when I'm wearing the band and
you go like this
and I do something like this and this little bone pops out, that it's pushing the button and it's opening up.
Wow.
So if anyone has a Samsung, hey,
hello Dallas.
Boss 77, welcome. So if anybody has the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 and you have experienced the band coming off, like literally disconnecting, it's not like this is not the area that comes off. This is not the part that comes off. I'm talking about it's coming off from this. And every single time it comes off, and this is my hypothesis, right? It's this side. This side is coming off, which coincides with that little bone that I have right there. And I think that as I flex, or if I do something like this, it's pushing that up.
That's not good.
So again, I've seen it in Reddit. I've seen people contacting Samsung about it. I've taken off the band, even though I think the bands are sexy. I love the leather. They have one that's kind of like leather hybrid, which it's plastic or rubberized in the bottom, silicone, and it's leather on the top. It's really nice. I would really love to switch back to it. I'm a band guy. I have lots of watch bands, and I love really nice looking watch bands. So worth the upgrade too. Great upgrade deals, and it just looks so sharp.
She says,
check it out.
Someone says, I have the Watch 6. I had no issues.
No issues, Boss 77. All right, so watch out for it, because if it gets slippery on you, let us know, because we've seen a couple of people. I don't know anyone else in my family or any of my friends. Wait a minute. No, I have one other friend that picked up the new phone. I mean the new watch. So I'm going to watch and see if he experiences it. But I do think that some people may have that bone popping out more than others. I know that he didn't have that problem. So that's everything that we have. We have another product, but it's just too much to cover tonight. We do have this Samsung Tab Ultra, and that tablet is fantastic tablet. So we'll talk about that next week. So let's talk about a couple other things that I wanted to share with you. And the one thing I wanted to talk about is the Insta360 Go 3. And let me just show you this little guy here. This is something that if you're looking for a vacation camera, if you're looking for a camera, you know, somewhat of an action camera that you can use, you'll want to check this guy out. So Insta360 sent us this camera to check out. If you've ever watched any of my bike reviews, all of my bike reviews are shot on Insta products. And the cool thing about the Insta line is that basically there's two types of products that they have. They have 360 cameras, and they also have these action cameras, which are not 360. So this one has that little camera lens that you see right there. And when you look at it, this looks like a GoPro, right? That's the first thing that people will say. It looks like a GoPro. But this thing has superpowers, first of all. One thing I want to show you that this thing has, yes, it has a flip screen. GoPro don't have a screen like this, right? So this is great. So if you want to be able to like do one of these things and shoot yourself on a video, and I did a really cool video that I was showing Nilda and filming, and the people that were in the video didn't even know it was that I had done it, but
I was in it. I had no idea.
And she was in it. She didn't even notice I had it because I took this out of my pocket, right? So basically, you have this. So that's one of its superpowers. And then the other superpower is I'm going to go ahead and take it off of this little base really quick, and I'll show you. So, and I have this little sleeve on it for a reason, and I'll explain that a little bit later. But this is what the camera looks like, right? It shoots 2K. You're going to see a review on this coming out really, really soon. I've been actually the last bike review, and we're going to look at a bike review that we're going to be talking about tonight, was shot with this guy. Well, the superpower here is this. I'm going to push the button here on the side, and then let's do it this way.
Don't break a nail.
Yeah, I don't want to break a nail. It has a strong magnet. This is the camera. Look at this. This is the size of a AA battery. So finger, camera. Bring up your finger here so you can see.
I have small fingers.
I know, but look at that. Look how small this is.
That is tiny.
This is really tiny.
Is this the one you put on your chest?
You think you put on your chest too? This has a magnet on it that you can actually.
You feel like Iron Man.
You can put it like Iron Man. So you can just put it right here and it just sticks to you, right? And you're like, ooh, and your hand's free. Or they actually have a little clip that you can actually put on your cap. So if you wear a baseball cap, you can put it on, and now you're going. This is also waterproof. As long as it has that little cap on there, this is waterproof. You can go underwater with this. You can go swimming with this. You can do surfing with this. I've seen a lot of surfers, reviewers who've had this on there. And the cool thing about this is that as soon as you're done with it, or you finish using it, this serves as a remote control. So wirelessly, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this on so you guys can see how this works. Let me make sure that I have the right power button on here. And I'm going to power it up. So you're going to see it powering up right there. And it's the screen is going to pop up. And then you see it. You see that little screen right there that's there? Well, watch what I'm doing here. So what you're seeing is the camera in my hand right here. And I'm doing this thing. And I'm going to basically put it on Nilda. Let's see if I can get you. Did it pick you up? Yeah, it did. So there's Nilda. And here I have the camera pointed on you. So again, it's wireless. So now all of a sudden you have a wireless video, kind of something that you can use to observe what you're recording. And then here's your camera. And what you can do is if you just want to go back into the mode where you're using it on here, now it's connected and you can actually see behind the camera. So super cool solution. The video quality on this is 2K.
How long can you record?
I think it's 170 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
And so you can do more than an hour on this, but it's USB-C. We'll double check those specs. We'll bring it up in a second. It has USB-C here so that you can connect, and it's just a great solution. We're going to go ahead and bring it up really quick so that we can look at the specs.
Someone did say, wow, I do too have a lot of watches. I love my Sunto. Have you heard of that one?
Yes, I have.
But the battery life is going bad.
Yeah, that's after. How long have you had the Sunto watch?
We haven't reviewed that one.
No, but it's a good watch. I'm familiar with the brand. So let's go ahead and switch to this while we learn more about that. And let's see.
Nice.
And we'll go ahead and let me go ahead and bring that on camera.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. Let's go ahead and bring that up.
I'm allergic to my husband.
You're allergic to me? Okay.
I'm allergic to all these products that we have.
You're allergic to all the products. Let's go ahead and bring that up. For whatever reason, it didn't pop up. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
So here it is. This is the Insta360 Go 3, and this is bundled, right? So this, don't freak out about the price. You can there's more affordable versions of this. This just has like almost all the options that you can have out there. So let's go back to the Insta360. You'll notice, and here in the bundle, there's a couple things. There's an action kit, there's a travel kit, there's a lot of different things that you can get on it. Also, you have these little custom skins. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they had those. I'm gonna have to order one of those.
Yes, please do.
I'm gonna have to get one. And let's go down for a little bit. We'll go ahead and look at this. So great little camera, great video quality. And let's go ahead and look at super lightweight, 35 grams, 2.7K video. You can mount it anywhere. We talked about already. Look at that. I had the hours right, 170 minutes.
Wow, impressive.
I'm impressed that I remember that. 170 minutes. And I'm just, again, and you can see them having it underwater here. So there's an underwater shot, AI powered editing. The editing is really good. Literally, I was showing Nilda, I took a video that we had shot, and we were on an architectural tour.
Yeah, the river in Chicago.
And I just connected 5 different shots, and I let the AI just put together a video, and it came out so good.
It came out beautiful.
It came out so good. And 35 grams. Look how small that is. This is something that highly would recommend. That if you're looking for an action camera, we'll have the full review. I should have it this week. I'm almost done editing. I want to show kind of like some of the video. And when I run my videos, this is kind of like what you see me doing, not tossing a kid in the air or on the beach. Oh, that looks like almost like Hawaii. But we've done that. But the bikes, I use it on the bikes to get this view that you see right there. So really cool camera. And you can see on the side there how they have the camera mounted on their chest. So if you're looking for something that's going to give you hands-free recording and great video quality, it's definitely something to check out, right? Just I really, really like the product. It's a great product. So let's go back. And the other thing that we'll talk about, so great product, is we want to talk about the bike. You were on that, or you saw that bike, and we actually have some friends to check that out. Do you want to talk a little bit about the Engwe 24?
That's a pretty bike.
It's an X24.
It's a pretty bike. I mean, just looking at it, you see all the suspensions on it. It's got a rear, middle, and front suspension. It's got a seat in the back where I was able to ride on with you. It's just got a nice smooth ride to it.
Yeah, so check this out, guys.
Fat tires, you know.
So this is their series. I didn't realize it. So we've had this bike for 2 months. Was it 2 months, or is it a bit?
Well, we did take it out on July the 4th, or we had it before the fireworks.
Yeah, so we had it testing it. It was under embargo, so we can't talk about some of the bikes when they come in. And we got first off the line. So there's a link to this product as well in our description if you guys are interested in this. So the product is, so we've had it, we were testing it, and so they have 3 versions of it. They have the X24, which is the one that we had right here. Mm-hmm. And what they're referring to in the numbers is the size of the tires, right? So each one of these has a different size. So we didn't have this one right here. We had the X24. I think this is the X20, X24, and then the X26.
Yes, there's 3.
Right, so there's the 3 of them. But these are really, really good looking bikes. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this bike really quick. And by the way, we do have the M20. The M20 right here is a double battery. We reviewed it on the channel. This thing can go far, 47 miles per battery. So combined, you're getting 94 miles, I think it is, that you can get on these.
Yeah.
Right. And we have this one. Everybody thinks it's the coolest looking bike. But then we have the X26 and the X24. And you'll notice there, peak 1200 watt power, 93 mile triple suspension. We have the full review for this on our channel. And what I like about this bike so much is that it has a battery here inside of the folding area. And then where you're sitting, you have another battery. So you have 2 batteries, and that's what's going to give you that range. And we were talking about distance, Nilda. You were talking about what part of how far?
Well, just pure electric, you can go 62 miles, pure electric.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they saw that you go 93 miles with electric and pedaling. I was able, pure electric, it can take us from our house to Gurney. We can go to Great America.
Yeah, for those of you in the Chicagoland area, Great America from south side of Chicago, right? You can pretty much make it there.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
It just takes 8 hours.
It takes 8. Well, when you get there, it's like we said you can get there. We didn't say you can get back.
That's true.
Right. So you'd have to stay at a hotel. But this thing is nice.
And
So
then,
you can see
it's sturdy because even it holds up to 330 pounds.
yeah. And
So
it has, three shocks, two in the back, and
one in the
just
front.
some great stuff going on there. I gotta see if our video is on their site. I haven't checked, but again, fantastic product. It can go up to 31 miles an hour, but it goes 31 miles an hour for a limited amount of time. And they do that to protect, the powertrain, all the
Yeah.
stuff that's going on. But I've been able to hit 31 miles an hour on this. And on average, and that's in sports mode, on average, it's been about 26 to 29.
Do you remember what we got when we rode it together?
I think it was around the 26 to 29, still with two people. Because the other thing about this bike that makes it, I think, really unique is that it can support 300 pounds, a total of 300-pound capacity, if I'm right.
We barely made it.
And we're not gonna make it there. So no, but we're not even close to that. The 300 pounds, so it can do 300 pounds, and then it has that power, right? And the range just is spectacular. And they're showing you some of the options here of what's going on full electric. So we
have friends who are bike riders, and they're like wanting to get one because it just makes the ride so much more fun. Yeah, the ride.
And if you look at here's the suspension system. So you have suspension in the back, suspension in the middle, and then suspension in the front. Triple suspension.
That's awesome.
So, and you know what we were supposed to talk about today, and I want to make sure we cover this before we wrap up.
What did we miss?
The donation that we just did for this week.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to need to include the link. So
yes,
why don't you talk about?
This is our second year donating to this charity. It's for wounded warriors, and a wounded veteran. And last year, we donated a bike, and it's a private auction that they do. And every year they select the person who they're going to be donating. And last year, just that one bike, they were able to collect a little bit over $8,000 just for that one bike. They had other items, of course, that they were auctioning off, but that one bike. So they collected about 88,000 last year, and they're hoping
that wasn't just for the bike.
That's just not for the bike.
So this is like the entire event to support this wounded warrior soldier was $88,000.
Yes. And this year, so we donated another one. I mean, he saw the bike that we were giving him. He's like, "Oh my gosh, she's beautiful," and they're hoping to, do better this year. Every year they always do better, and so the story, I'm hoping I'm able to get the story so we can add that onto our stuff, so that way people can see and maybe even donate to them.
Yeah.
And
we'll get the link and put it in the comment area. We'll try to get the link. We were supposed to get the link to the auction, and we were supposed to get the link to the event, but it is a great charity event. It's not
and they're having it there. It's the 19th.
It's the 19th of August
of this month. Yes.
Okay. So we still have time. We'll put it out there. And like every event, you have people who are so well deserving, who have given so much for our country, for the freedom that everyone experiences, and many of us may not even realize. And there's so many people who are suffering and in need, and anything that we can do to support them and what they've done for this country is great. And again, this bike, I think the bike that we donated was an NIU bike. It's a dual battery bike.
She's a beauty.
It is a mid-drive bike. It's an excellent looking bike. Really, really sharp.
What you call it, the Mercedes of bikes or something like that, right?
Yeah, the company does we review a lot of bikes, and some bikes are rugged, some bikes are not so rugged, and then you have bikes that are elegant. They just have there's a really refinement to detail.
Yeah.
And NIU just has a very, very we review their scooters and we review their bikes, and when you get on them, it's like it's almost like, think about it, if you've ever gotten in a luxury car and you get in and you go like, you're in a lot of cars, but then when you get into the luxury one, you're like, wow. And then if you get into another car of the same brand, you kind of can tell that it's the same manufacturer just because of the design language. So their bikes and their scooters all have similar features, and it's almost like a feeling to it in the materials that you can connect one to the other. So we really, really hope that, it's candy apple red. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
Because the color red. And we hope that, they get a lot out of this bike. to help.
Maybe I can bring them on the channel.
Yeah, we're gonna see, but we'll get the link for sure so that we can share that.
Yeah.
So the Engwe X24 is a fantastic bike. If you're looking for something that's foldable at that size, that's really rare. Something that can go as far as that bike can go. It's also super rare. And then you're also looking at something that has fantastic shocks.
Throwing some White Sox tickets.
Throwing some White Sox tickets.
Would you like some Skybox tickets instead?
And but you know, I
haven't been to a White Sox game.
I have to talk about, you know, we have family that support both sides. So I have to say that go Cubs. Or maybe not.
Your brother's a Sox fan,
my brother will be upset.
I'm gonna get a call from him right now.
I'm trying to support your brother because that
brother's a Cubs fan.
Your brother's a Cubs fan. So so again, Sox are great. I actually have an LED Sox sign right there that you guys don't see, and made one for my niece as well. And she is months old. So we're starting her early on Sox. But anyways, so we digress. Fantastic options. We have more products coming up this I would say fall. I hate to say that, but I think we're going to be working into the fall season. And the Samsung products, once again, lots of cases, lots of accessories coming on the channel. We have projectors that you guys are all going to be able to benefit from and see very shortly. And I don't know if there's and we also then I'm looking at over there because I have my stack of goodies. We have audio products that will be released also at the end of this month. We have some brand new headphones.
Still under embargo?
That's under embargo. I'm looking at active noise canceling headphones, and I think they have crazy battery life. They are the first baby blue headphones on the channel. And I already told everybody what my favorite color is, but it is the baby blue color of the little pop-up that we see right there on Bad 65.
He's just saying that he got his phone that's soon to 3 years ago on Amazon.
Okay, cool. Nice. Fantastic. So besides that, that's all we have for you guys all tonight. We want to thank you for watching us. Make sure you check us out next Sunday. We're thinking about potentially moving this to another day in the week. We'll see what we do so that we can get our Sundays just to veg, but I kind of like Sundays.
You know what? Today we're just a little tired because we did party all night last night.
Yeah, we had a party last night. We were at a
high school reunion.
Nilda's, we're not going to say the years.
Oh, God.
So
everybody's probably waking up this morning.
Nilda's high school reunion.
Yes.
And
everybody needs wheelchairs and walkers.
It's like, and people were really partying.
Like, hey, how low can you go? And my knees won't let me.
So there was a lot of partying going on.
It was so much fun.
And it's so funny. It's such a small world because it's like, it's like the world is small, especially in Chicago. So everybody knows, eventually everybody knows everybody depending on where you hang out and if you're in the downtown area. But who would have known? I was sitting at a table with my wife. This is her high school reunion. I don't expect to know anybody. I expect to be just eye candy, and I'm not that much candy. so it's like I was just like, I'm just gonna be there. Make sure that I comb my hair, and I made sure that I was dressed the way you wanted me to dress.
Allow me to drink.
Yeah, and allowed her to drink. And I was not wearing a black shirt. I was wearing a white shirt with black dots on it.
Yes.
Right? That was pretty Rico Suave.
So you didn't stand out like EVP man.
So I wasn't standing out as EVP man. And what did you know? The person at the table knows me, and they go like, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me." And
I used to work with you.
And we talked a little bit there, so that was pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
And small it was a very, very small world. But we'll be back next Sunday. Lots of cool stuff coming, and hopefully we can talk about some of the things that are under embargo, and we have other things that are going to be showing up in review this week as well. So have a great night.
So he'll be doing the reviews by himself. I will not be participating. So you guys will get him back.
You'll get me on the review pieces, for now. So have a great night, everybody. See you next week. Enjoy this Sunday.
And have a great week.
Hug the person you love. Appreciate everybody. Not like that. That's violence. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.